Hey everyone, my name is Josh Smith. I'm a corporate video producer. I thought it would be a worthwhile idea to make a video showing you how I set up a talking head video shoot. I have a couple of executives that I got to film. Hope you enjoy this. So to start, first I need to find my gear cart. Looks like the fellas dropped it off over here for me. And then we have the fun part of wheeling it into the room. And then I proceeded to clear out a space by moving some chairs out of the way for the area that I was gonna shoot. I really was liking that back window over there to the right. I then proceeded to go ahead and set up my chair first and then set up my tripod just to get some general framing with the camera. And then once I was happy with that, I then proceeded to set up my boom pole and audio. First two things that I like to make sure that are set when it comes to a shoot is my camera. And the other thing, I like to have some type of audio set up. In terms of priority, you want a decent camera and you definitely want good audio. So if I had to choose between camera, audio, and lighting, I would choose camera, audio, and then lighting is a distant third. It is important, don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of people out there who appreciate lighting and painting with light. I get all that. When it comes to corporate video, capturing it is the most important part. I've never lost a customer because the lighting was a little off. Okay, so now we have our camera, we have our audio, and we have our main key light. Now it's time to set up a hair light. So when setting up a hair light for a corporate video, I generally just like to give a general kind of overall kind of ambiance and glow to their shoulders and head. Nothing too much, nothing too striking, usually just right behind the subject where they're gonna be slightly angled. Does good enough, and then I diffuse it and flood them a little bit, and it looks pretty good usually. So now we're gonna go into redundancy. So what I have here, I'm gonna turn you around here. What I have here is a lavalier kit. Works pretty good. So we're gonna set this up, and this is a corporate video. I don't need the lapel mic itself to be invisible. I just want it there. That's kind of expected to a certain degree. This is our kind of backup mic. The shotgun mic here, of course, sounds better, but audio is extremely important, so it deserves a bit of a redundancy. We have a C300 Mark III. For lighting, we have an Aputure 300D Mark II with a China ball. Normally I would like to kind of hang it over close to them, but there's this lovely chandelier looking thing in the way, so this will just kind of have to do. We have a little backlight to give them some pepper on their hair. And then we have a similar light, just giving a general kind of flooding to the back wall there. We have my friend and coworker here who decided to help me out. So this is the backlight being turned on for the background, and then I'm walking around, and then I'm turning on the hair light. This is a good type of lighting setup if you just need kind of like a silhouetted look, mysterious kind of feel. If you don't want to see their face, obviously make them a little bit darker than what he is here, but once you turn on your key light, you get this really nice, general soft look. He's got some shadows to his chin. He's got some actual depth to him, and that background looks pretty good. Okay, so I just got done filming. There's a few audibles called for this shoot. It's to be expected, part of being a professional, right? Basically, this was a single camera shoot that I was showing you guys how to set up with what I thought was gonna be a single subject. Turns out there were two. Sometimes you just have to call an audible, or they call an audible, and you have to do your best customer service to extend that. So what we did was, instead of, this still remained our key, but we took it and made it more central behind the camera, and then they spoke directly to the camera instead. And then I just kind of fine-tuned my hair light to kind of be a little bit friendlier to both of them, and then the backlight generally stayed the same. But it looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. At least I thought so. We're gonna pack up now. That was a corporate video shoot, at least till I set it up. That was a one-man band. Usually I have an extra person, but sometimes you have just yourself. Not the most ideal thing, but you gotta make it work for your customers and clients. I hope you learned something. Just tried to show you what I do. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. And I hope you guys have a great one. God bless.